There's a big difference between being alone versus being lonely. Being alone is just a state of being, and being lonely is an emotional response to being alone. And let me tell you that you can be really happy when you're alone, but you can be really sad or you want a change when you're lonely. So that's the difference between being alone and being lonely. And for me, I being alone is the most profound feeling for me because I enjoy my company the most. And let me explain to you why we should be alone or we should spend time alone. If you look at everything in life, we are identified with so many things. We label ourselves with so many things. If I ask you this question, who you are, you won't be able to answer that question because you are identified with things. So, for example, your name was given by someone else. Your body is acquired. You eat food and then you acquire that body. You have labels around your family, your designation, everything is man made. So you're not able to answer that question of who you are until you're really connected with yourself. And for us to be connected with ourselves, we need to spend time alone. Let me give you an example. This universe is huge. There is so many things to explore in this universe. We are limited by our senses. Do you know that you can see only 0.001% of the spectrum of light? And that goes with the same that is the same with sound as well. So if you have such a limited perception, then your reality is also limited. If you and me were able to see ultraviolet light or infrared light, or if we were able to hear different kinds of sounds, our reality of everything around us would have been so different. And this all again goes to perception. Now, how can you go beyond your senses, beyond those five senses? The only way to do that is when you sit alone in meditation. You tend to gain a kind of perception which you cannot gain when you are totally clouded with thoughts, when your mind is always working, when you're always visually seeing things, when you're always hearing things. Then the only thing you're doing is just processing that information. But being alone and closing our eyes and being quiet, what it does is it gives us another sense of perception. It raises our perception. It improves our reality. It helps us understand there is more to life than what we see physically around us. That's why being alone is really important.